What's up everybody? Here Eliseo with another video. Today I was watching John Paritucci's videos, also one of my favorite bass players, Eddie Gomez, was also doing a master class. And since I don't have anything else really to do because of the pandemic, I decided to take a little time to do this video about why I play contrabass, why I play this instrument. You don't have to. You can be a specialist of just the bass guitar. I started when I was about 13. I started learning when I was in 8th grade. And then by 14, I was already, my cousin Pito Martel helped me, he used to play in bands and stuff. And my sister used to play guitar, so I started learning with all these teachers that were not real teachers, but they would taught me how to play, the Christmas music in Puerto Rico, or pop music. I wasn't playing jazz, or I wasn't playing classical or anything like that. Then I went to music school and I started learning a little more until now. This is a bass clef in wood that my cousin makes, my cousin Rafa Martel. But if you want the set, and this one brings the two dots, so you can put them on the wall or on your bass. No, I'm kidding, not on the bass. But yeah, you can glue it to the wall or put some kind of nail. And these are $45 for the set. You can get it at eliseoborrero@gmail.com. Okay, just send me an email and I'll tell you how to pay for it. Yeah, I have a PayPal here, so. Also, by the way, if you feel like any of my videos is helping you in some way and you want to donate $1, $2, $5, whatever, or 10,000, whatever you want, you can do it with my PayPal, which is somewhere around here, if you want, if you can, okay? Because right now we're not working, all the musicians are at home, and we still have to eat, so that's the truth. $45 for the set, okay, including shipping to the US. And if you want only one, $20, including the shipping. And the other one is gonna be 25. So for both, it's 45. So let me start, with the video. I started playing, like I said, when I was about 13, with a Spanish guitar. Basically, it's like a classical guitar, nylon. We call it guitarra española, Spanish guitar. And learned, a few chords, E and A, and just started getting into my, into music just by ear, basically. Until I went to school, I went to the Escuela Libre de Música in Puerto Rico. They had a public school for music. My dad told me, hey, you better, if you're gonna be a musician, you better, go to school. So that's always something that I always recommend. You don't learn everything at school, I gotta admit. You have to have some kind of outside your own learning experience, but it helps if you go to school because it organizes everything in a way that then you're gonna be able to grab this and that and know, by name what it is, what am I doing, chromatic approach. Instead of simple arpeggio, you do chromatic approach. Or from up different ways. But let me start with why I switched from. Oh, I got a bass guitar when I was about 14, and I started playing in bands. I knew enough to do pop music by ear. I would learn everything by memory, basically no reading. And at the same time, I was learning how to read in school, but I would never read. I would just memorize everything. I think I have a good memory, so I still do that. I don't read all the time. I like to play by memory. And I think it's an important thing. Don't just read, because then it's like a crutch. You need a paper to play music, and that's not good. You have to know how to. You gotta develop your memory. Learn stuff by memory, and don't forget it. It's like if you do it in a way that it stays. You do it slow. You do it, and then you analyze everything. You find the best way. It will stay in your mind. You don't have to relearn it all the time. So I switched to upright because one day at school I just went like this. I said, oh, I like that sound. This is like a sounding closet or something. It's like a barrel. I don't know. They call it a canoe, or there's many names for these. The coffin. So I just I liked the organic feel that you get with the real wood and no electricity. It's just, producing the sound by itself. So I like that, and you don't have to plug anything and all that stuff. But I still love my electric bass. I have a Fender bass that you probably can see on the other videos. I like to be versatile. I like to be able to, if I'm gonna play jazz, well, play it here. More if you're gonna play straight ahead jazz, this is the sound. Even though you can use the other one, the electric. I think it's better to have different sounds, and some people only have one bass, and that's fine. You can be a specialist on bass guitar or this one only, and nothing wrong with that. But I like to have both. I like variety. This is my own personal choice. The second reason is because I wanted to play with the arco. I wanted to be able to. I like to be able to play classical music and more like a sustained note, because these notes, they die really quick. The more you go here, the quicker it's gonna die. So if you want a long note here, you do it with the bow. I'm just talking in general, so there's not gonna be a specific how to hold the bass or how to play this or how to play that. I'm just trying to maybe motivate some bass players to get into playing upright. Let's see, I have a little something here written. Okay, first was the sound, secondly the arco, then the vibrato, because what happens is when you have frets, you can only if you want to vibrate a string, you can only go up. See, because you go like or like this, but it only goes up because the fret is impeding you to go down, the pitch to go down. So a real beautiful vibrato is produced when you have like a wave from, let's say this is the zero, this is the note. Imagine if it was like horizontal, and you want to go up, and down the same amount, so you get a vibrato, like a voice, you know. You don't want to only go only up, you know. That in the guitar you have to do it because you only have frets unless you have a whammy bar. But in bass, you go. So you gotta go like. If you get a tuner and you put it in slow motion, it will be tuning up and down, around the note. So. You don't get that with the electric bass. The only way to reproduce that sound is with this instrument, especially with the wood and the quality that it gives you. Now the strings, you know, the type of string. First of all, there are different thickness of strings. There's the orchestra, which is really thick because you're never gonna use an amp in an orchestra, so it has to produce. They're a little louder. The bigger the string, to a point, it's gonna be louder, and the thinner the string is gonna be a little softer. But it's also gonna be softer on your hands. So if you are a strong person or you have big hands, usually you can handle more the orchestra strings, you know. And I can handle the orchestra strings if I'm playing for an hour for the classical orchestra, one set, you know, or two sets, and that's it. I can do it, you know, with this bass. Also the action, you gotta have it a certain amount of distance here, so you don't have to be pressing, because when you press hard, that's the tension, and that causes damage to your hands. And then you have carpal tunnel syndrome, and you get all the stuff, all the pain. So in bass, it's not like working out. It's not no pain, no gain. No, you don't want any pain. So I use thin strings. I use solo gauge strings, and I tune them to the G, you know, normal. And I've never had a problem with this, as long as it's amplified, you know, with the pickup. There are also myths about the size of the bass. Oh, you gotta play a full size, you know, because no, the bass is like a bicycle or like a shirt, you know. There are different sizes for you. See, I'm not a tall person. I'm 5'7", so I only have what they call 3/4. The scale is about 41 inches, and the bass is a small bass, you know. So it fits me, you know. And it's important to fit, you know, that the bass fits you, because if you don't do it, you're always gonna be struggling, you know. If you have small hands, I mean, I have medium hands, not that small, but they are not that, you know. I've seen guys with bigger hands, bigger everything. That's another video. What you do is you buy a bass that you can control, you know. So